In this video, we'll discuss about nuclear binding energy, average binding energy, that is the binding energy per nucleon, and the variation of binding energy per nucleon versus mass number curve, that is EBN. This is the binding energy per nucleon per mass number. Mass number is A. And we also discuss main features of binding energy, that is average binding energy versus mass number curve. Before going to know about nuclear binding energy, you must have idea about Einstein's mass energy relation. According to Einstein's, energy equivalent of mass m is given by the formula E equal to mc square, where c is the velocity of light in vacuum. For example, suppose we want to calculate the energy equivalent of 1 gram of a substance. So if m equal to 1 gram, that is 10 to the power minus 3 kg, and c equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8, then the energy equivalent of 1 gram of substance is 9 into 10 to the power 13 joule. Thus, if 1 gram of a matter is converted into energy, there is a release of enormous amount of energy. You see, 9 into 10 to the power 13 joule. So if you convert 1 gram of a substance into energy, you will get enormous amount, large amount of energy, that is 9 into 10 to the power 13 joule. The experimental verification of Einstein's mass energy relation occurs in nuclear reactions. Nucleus is made up of neutrons and protons, and mass of the nucleus is equal to the total mass of the individual protons and neutrons. However, the nuclear mass if we represent it as m, it is found to be always less than the total mass of the individual nucleons. Suppose delta m is the difference in mass of a nucleus and its constituent, then delta m is called the mass defect. So how you can mathematically write delta m? Delta m is equal to z times mp. The mp is the mass of the proton and z is the atomic number, a is the mass number. So a minus z, this will be give you the number of neutrons, and mass of neutron is mn. So if you write Zmp plus A minus Z into Mn minus M, then this will give you the mass defect, that is equal to delta M. And according to Einstein's mass energy relation, the energy equivalent of this mass delta M will be equal to delta M into c square. Here Eb, which is equal to delta M into c square, is called the nuclear binding energy. So what is nuclear binding energy? It is defined as the energy required to disassemble the nucleus of an atom into its constituent nucleons. Now let us work out this problem to know what is the order of the energy in joule and in MeV, mega electron volt. Find the energy equivalent of one atomic mass unit. For one atomic mass unit, we write 1 U, and we now find out the energy equivalent of one atomic mass unit in joule, and also the energy equivalent of one atomic mass unit in MeV. We know 1 U, or atomic mass unit, is equal to 1.6605 into 10 to the minus 27 kg. So what will be the energy equivalent of 1 U, or atomic mass unit, in joule? The energy equivalent, if you apply the relation E equal to mc square, here m is equal to the mass, that is 1.6605 into 10 to the minus 27, and c is the velocity of light, that is 2.9979 into 10 to the power 8 square. So it will be equal to 1.4924 into 10 to the minus 10 kg meter square per second square, or joule. So the energy equivalent of one atomic mass unit is equal to 1.4924 into 10 to the power minus 10 joule. So now we will find out what is the energy equivalent of 1 U or atomic mass unit in MeV. The energy equivalent of 1 U or atomic mass unit in MeV will be equal to the energy in joule divided by the charge of electron, because you know energy or work is equal to the product of charge and the potential, and potential is equal to energy divided by charge. So energy is equal to this much and charge is equal to this much. So if you divide it, its energy equivalent will be equal to 0.9315 into 10 to the power 9 electron volt. So if you convert this into mega electron volt, it will be equal to 931.5 mega electron volt. You have to remember this unit. That is, what is the energy equivalent of 1 atomic mass unit in MeV, that is equal to 931.5 MeV. And if you write the 1 atomic mass unit in terms of MeV per c square, then it will be equal to 931.5 MeV divided by c square. Now let us calculate the mass defect for oxygen isotope, suppose equal to 0.13691 U, that is AMU, and we have to express the mass defect of oxygen in MeV per c square and calculate the energy needed to separate the oxygen 16 isotope into its constituents. The mass defect for oxygen isotope, it is given 0.13691 U, that is AMU, atomic mass unit, and 1 atomic mass unit we have found out it is equal to 931.5 MeV divided by c square. So this will be equal to 127.5 MeV divided by c square. And then what will be the binding energy? Binding energy will be equal to delta M into c square. So if you multiply c square here, the binding energy will be equal to 127.5 MeV. So you see the order of the binding energy. It is 127 MeV or mega electron volt. So it is a very large amount of energy. Then what is average binding energy or average binding energy per nucleon? Average binding energy per nucleon is generally written as EBN. B for binding energy and average binding energy per nucleon is Bn. So EBN. The nuclear binding energy is a convenient measure of how well a nucleus is held together. That is why we take average binding energy per nucleon. Remember, average binding energy and average binding energy per nucleon, they are same. So if the number of nucleon, we generally take the number of nucleon means the mass number and we represent it by A. So how we represent average binding energy per nucleon, that is EBN, that is equal to binding energy divided by the mass number. So binding energy EB divided by the mass number A, that is equal to the average binding energy per nucleon. And now we will discuss how average binding energy per nucleon, that is EBN, varies with the mass number A. So if you plot a graph taking mass number along x-axis, mass number A along x-axis, and average binding energy per nucleon in MeV along y-axis, then the nature of the graph will be like this. So from this graph you will see that for mass number less than 30, for mass number less than 30, and for mass number greater than 170, okay, the average binding energy is the average binding energy per nucleon is constant for mass number 30 to 170, okay, and the average binding energy is lower for both light nuclei, that is for atom mass number A less than 30, the average binding energy per nucleon is less. Similarly, for mass number greater than 170, the average binding energy per nucleon is also small. So what is the main features of binding energy versus mass number? The average binding energy per nucleon is lower for both light nuclei, that is mass number less than 30, and heavy nuclei, that is mass number greater than 170, and the average binding energy per nucleon is practically constant, and that is the average binding energy per nucleon is independent of the atomic number for the mass number in between 30 to 170, and the value of average binding energy per nucleon in between these mass number, that is 30 to 170, is equal to 8 mega electron volt per nucleon. And remember, the average binding energy per nucleon value, that is equal to 8.75 MeV, and that is the maximum value for mass number 56. So what conclusion you get from this average binding energy per nucleon versus mass number curve? The constancy of average binding energy per nucleon in the range of mass number in between 30 and 170 is a consequence of the fact that the nuclear force is a short range force.